Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because the NFL world has just been turned upside down. In a move that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming, Cooper Kupp, the 2021 NFL Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl MVP, has officially parted ways with the Los Angeles Rams and is heading straight to Arlington, Texas, to don the star and suit up for none other than the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, you heard that right. Cooper Kupp, the man who lit up the league with his legendary Triple Crown season, who's been the heart and soul of the Rams' offense for years, is now a Dallas Cowboy, and this move has stunned fans, analysts, and even NFL insiders who never anticipated such a seismic shift in the NFC landscape. The Cowboys, a team known for big swings and bigger expectations, have just pulled off one of the boldest free agent signings or perhaps trade deals, depending on how it was structured, of the last decade, sending shockwaves across the league and immediately catapulting themselves back into serious Super Bowl contention. Let's take a step back for a moment and truly absorb the magnitude of this move. Cooper Kupp leaving Los Angeles is, in itself, headline news. After everything he accomplished with the Rams, the chemistry with Matthew Stafford, the dominance in Sean McVay's offensive system, the countless clutch moments that carried the Rams through high-pressure playoff runs, it seemed unthinkable that Kupp would ever suit up for another team. He was the face of that franchise's post-Goff era, the calm and the chaos, and the man whose surgical route running, precise footwork, and mind-meld connection with his quarterback made him practically unguardable. So what happened? Why did the Rams, a team that had built so much around him, allow this to happen? Reports indicate that a mix of financial pressure, philosophical differences about the team's direction, and Kupp's own desire for a fresh start may have all contributed to the decision. The Rams have been battling cap space issues ever since their all-in Super Bowl strategy came to fruition in 2021. Since then, the team has slowly unraveled. Jalen Ramsey gone, Bobby Wagner gone, Aaron Donald retiring, and now Cooper Kupp? It's beginning to feel like a full rebuild is underway in LA, even if the front office hasn't officially said the word. For Kupp, who turned 32 this summer and knows the championship window doesn't stay open forever, the timing may have finally felt right. He wants to compete now, not 5 years from now. And what better place to do that than with a team that has the pieces in place, the hunger to win, and the platform that only America's team can provide. Now let's talk about the Cowboys side of this blockbuster. Jerry Jones, for all his quirks and sometimes puzzling personnel decisions, is still one of the boldest owners in sports. And when he smells opportunity, especially one that involves grabbing a marquee name to boost ratings, ticket sales, and, oh yeah, Super Bowl odds, he doesn't hesitate. Adding Cooper Kupp to a receiver room that already includes CeeDee Lamb is absolutely wild. You now have arguably the most lethal 1-2 punch at wide receiver in the entire league. Lamb, coming off a career year where he proved he's not just a WR1 but one of the most dynamic playmakers in football, will now be complemented by Kupp's intelligence, sure hands, and veteran presence. Imagine defensive coordinators trying to scheme against that. Line up Kupp in the slot, motion him out wide, bring Lamb across the formation, throw in a healthy Brandon Cooks as your W3, and you've got nightmares for secondaries. Add in Jake Ferguson at tight end and Tony Pollard in the backfield? Suddenly, Dak Prescott has zero excuses. This is his make-or-break year, there's no denying that, and with Cooper Kupp on board, the spotlight just got a whole lot brighter. But this move isn't just about making Dak's life easier, it's about making the Cowboys legitimate, multidimensional, and playoff-ready right now. Last season, the Cowboys once again flamed out in the postseason, with many pointing fingers at their stagnant offensive scheme and lack of creativity when it mattered most. Well, Mike McCarthy and the offensive staff can no longer hide behind play-calling excuses. With Kupp on the roster, they can unlock parts of the playbook that simply weren't available before. Kupp thrives in motion, in misdirection, in quick reads, and option routes where he and the quarterback are seeing the same coverage and making the same read. That's going to force defenses to stay honest and account for every inch of the field. And don't forget, this guy is one of the best blocking receivers in the league. That's going to help open up the run game in ways that go beyond the stat sheet. But this move isn't just about X's and O's. It's about mentality. It's about identity. It's about sending a message, not just to Cowboys fans, but to the entire NFL. The message is this: Dallas isn't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. They're tired of being a punchline every January. They're tired of maybe next year. Adding a player like Kupp tells your locker room that the front office believes the time is now. It also sends a strong signal to guys like Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb, young stars who want to win and want to know the team is serious about it, that the franchise is willing to push chips to the center of the table. And let's not forget the cultural fit. Kupp is a lunch pail guy. He's a student of the game. He's not flashy, but he's effective. He leads by example, works like crazy, and doesn't say much unless it needs to be said. That kind of quiet confidence is going to resonate in a Cowboys locker room that has often struggled with discipline and consistency. Kupp's presence could be the stabilizing force that keeps the offense grounded and focused in tough moments. There's also an undeniable marketing angle to this. Kupp in a Cowboys jersey is going to sell. Jerseys, tickets, primetime games. This move is a financial win for the franchise as well. It's already the most talked about transaction of the offseason, and we haven't even hit preseason yet. Of course, this move raises plenty of questions. Can Kupp stay healthy? He missed time with hamstring and ankle injuries in recent seasons. Was that just bad luck, or a sign that wear and tear is catching up with him? Can he still play at the elite level we saw in 2021? Or was that peak Kupp, never to be duplicated again? The Cowboys are betting that there's plenty of gas left in the tank, and given the way he prepares, the way he trains, and the way he sees the game, there's a good chance he'll continue to produce at a high level, even if he's no longer chasing 1,900-yard seasons. It's also worth noting that Kupp isn't coming to Dallas to be the guy, at least not in the way he was with the Rams. This is CeeDee Lamb's offense. This is Dak Prescott's team. Kupp will need to adjust to being part of a larger puzzle rather than the central piece. But if anyone can embrace that role with humility and professionalism, it's Kupp. That's part of what makes this move so exciting. He's not here to chase stats, he's here to chase rings. And how about the NFC as a whole? This changes the entire power dynamic. The Eagles, 49ers, Lions, and even the Packers all need to take note. The Cowboys are loading up, and they're coming. This isn't just another flashy move, it's a strategic, targeted acquisition of a player who fills a very specific need and brings championship DNA to a franchise that's been starving for it for almost 3 decades. Think about what this does in a playoff scenario. 3rd and 8, 2 minutes left, season on the line. You now have Kupp, one of the most dependable third down targets in modern NFL history. That's what separates contenders from pretenders. That's the kind of move that wins games in January. So, what do you think, Cowboys Nation? Is this the move that finally puts Dallas over the top? Does adding Kupp give you confidence that this year will be different? Or are you concerned about his age, his injuries, and whether he can truly make the impact we're hoping for? Sound off in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. And for all the Rams fans out there, this has to sting. Seeing your guy, your cornerstone, leave for another team, especially one as high-profile and polarizing as the Cowboys, is going to take some time to process. But football is a business, and sometimes, even the most loyal relationships reach an end. As for the rest of the league, they've been officially put on notice. Kupp is a Dallas Cowboy. And the NFL will never be the same again.